Hi, I'm Bonnie Adam from pathwayshealing.com, and I'm here with another Reiki tip for you. So this tip would be for someone who's maybe taken their Reiki class and they're looking for people to experiment on, be their guinea pigs. Okay, no, we're just practicing, right? I know I like to sound scary, but it's not at all. So they're looking to practice on people. Sometimes people that come to a Reiki class tend to be the caring, compassionate, empathetic kind of people that you know. And that's why they're in a Reiki class, because they like to help people. So if that's you, this tip is really going to help you. And sometimes when you come to a Reiki class, even if you really didn't think you were that empathetic, then you take the Reiki class and you find that, oh, all of a sudden I'm picking up on other people's emotions. Or this morning I left the house and I felt fine, and I ran into an old friend and they were really depressed, and now I feel depressed. What's going on? Or I didn't have a sore back this morning, and then I hung out with somebody who was like limping down the street or whatever. Now I have a sore back. So how come, that's happening? Well, that happens to people who have a lot of empathy. You actually pick up the energy of other people, their emotions, and sometimes even their physical pain. And it can happen even more when you start working on another person, touching them, trying to tune into what their body is trying to tell you to do in your Reiki practice, right? So that can happen, and we want to make sure that we don't take on that energy of other people. You need to know how to let that go. So here's some ideas for you. One thing is, before you start working on anyone else, you need to make sure that you are grounded. And when I talk about being grounded, I mean being calm, being fully in control, being very sure of where you are right now and prepared to do the work. One of the meditations I like to do is like a tree meditation. So you take a few minutes and you visualize yourself like a tree, and you feel that energy of strength going through your core like you're a tree trunk, and you feel like your legs are like the roots, and you imagine that your feet are like rooted into the ground, and you just really breathe into that and take a moment to feel that strength and that connection to the earth. That's going to help you to be prepared to give Reiki to someone else. So that's the first thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do is, when you're working on someone, if all of a sudden it becomes overwhelming to you, you start to feel something strange, or you get some kind of emotion, or you get a pain, it's okay to take a step back, or to take your hands off, breathe for a minute, go back to that grounding thing, that tree thing or whatever. Even do something like this. This is what I kind of like push the space between us and make like a separation, and take a breath and breathe out, and okay, and even say to yourself, this is not mine. I'm not taking this on, it's not mine. Or one of the things I say is actually talk to that energy or that emotion. Say, thank you for the information, but you can go now. And I talk to it and tell it to leave, because that person's body or their energy is trying to tell you, like, hey, come and work over here. This is where it hurts, man. So that's why you're getting that message. So it's a message. So you don't keep it. You get the message and then you tell it to leave. Another thing you can do is a breathing technique. And this is actually in Frank Petter's book. What's it called again? The Usui Handbook one. Anyway, and I'll have to like try to post that somewhere so that we can find it. But it's a breathing technique that apparently Usui used when he was creating Reiki. And what you do is you breathe in, and you imagine that you're breathing actually air down through your crown chakra. And you imagine that as you breathe in, you're taking that deep breath, that air, that white light that comes with the oxygen in the air, goes all the way down to your belly, deep in your tummy, right around your sacral chakra or below your navel. And then you imagine it down in your sacral chakra, energizing and making like a nice ball of light down there. And then when you breathe out, you imagine that air, that energy, and that light is sort of being pushed out of your body and out through your hands, right? That's where we want the Reiki energy to come out, through our hands. And you push that out. So you breathe it in, down, and then push it out, right? So that way you're bringing in the light from above, you're bringing in universal energy, and you're breathing that out, and the energy goes out through the hands. Not coming into you, going out from you. So you're giving to the other person, you're not taking on their energy. And you can do that even a little bit after your session. You can do it in between sessions. It's actually a really nice energizing thing to do. It kind of wakes you up and makes you feel alert and strong. So that's a nice breathing technique you can use. I like shake off my hands and stuff like that. Shake it into the ground, not like, ew, you know, shaking it all over everybody, all over the place. Like put it in the ground. But yeah, shake it off, breathe it out, you know, step back, ground yourself. I even leave the room sometimes. I just say, excuse me a second, and I go get a glass of water. If there's something that's happening that's really overwhelming to me, I need to be in control. I'm the person who's supposed to be running this session, right? So you need to be in control for that other person and take care of them. That's what you're there for. So you can't take care of someone else if you're not taking care of yourself, right? So whatever you have to do to let go of that energy, let go of that emotion, let go of that pain, get it out of there so you can continue on with what you're doing. And then again, when you're finished with the session, make sure you step back. You do that kind of separating their energy from my energy. And you do your grounding again. Go back to being, you know, just you. And on you go with your life. And if the energy comes back again later that day, you go through that process again. You separate yourself from the client. You ground again. So as many times as it takes until you feel like that energy is gone, that's what you've got to do. So I hope that helps you to figure out what to do when you feel like you're taking on too much energy from your clients. Take care. Have a great day.